The fundamental strategy of APEC Phase 2 in the renewable energy program area is to increase the share of RE up to 23% in total primary energy supply and 35% in RE share in the total installed power capacity by 2025. And in order to achieve such operational target, 6 outcome-based strategies are established, including the advanced RE policy and decarbonization pathway, conduct high-level policy and dialogue on renewable energy, enhance RE research and development, promote RE financing schemes and mechanisms to support biofuel and bioenergy development, as well as enhancing RE information and training center. Furthermore, regarding energy efficiency and conservation program area, ASEAN aims to achieve 32% energy intensity reduction based on 2005 level by 2025 by promoting policies, emerging technologies, and procedures to advance energy goals. As of 2020, despite the economic downturns caused by the global pandemic, ASEAN has progressed to 14.2% of RE in total primary energy supply and 33.5% in total installed power capacity. The growth of the RE during uncertainty has indicated the resilience and strong commitment of the member state to the regional target. However, several challenges in this diversifying RE sources remain in all member states, and more concrete action should be collectively implemented to achieve the targets by 2035. Understanding the magnitude of sustainable energy transition within the region, ACE has been cooperating proactively with major key stakeholders, such as member state governments, dialogue partners, international organizations, IEA arena, and also industrial enterprises to translate a regional target into purposeful and also impactful action. Within the collaboration and engagement with ASEAN communities, the academy plays a critical role in accelerating energy transition toward sustainable development across the region through research and development activities. Therefore, this collaboration between ACE and KMUTT is expected to provide resourceful information and analysis for 10 member states as a reference for policy development to achieve national and regional targets, enforcing the implementation of APEC Phase 2. And under these partnerships, ACE and JGSEE KMUTT will collaborate to promote energy transition and resilience through dialogues on energy and environmental policy, environmental and climate change, by conducting capacity building programs, workshops, webinars, and developing studies, as well as project proposals on the ASEAN energy context. On behalf of ACE, I'm glad that today we mark the starting point of collaboration between ACE and KMUTT with a focus of RE, energy efficiency and conservation program. We all know that Southeast Asia is resourceful in terms of the renewable energy resources. And we can and we will becoming the region which are depending by our own resources without having depending on the other countries or other region energy supply. I think this is important for us to really looking at the future that self-reliance on the energy supply within the region is important. Therefore, research and development within us, amongst us, is crucial. So I would like to conclude that I believe all the knowledge, expertise, and discussion shared in our event today, and even in the upcoming occasion through our ACE KMUTT partnership, will be a long-lasting and fruitful, contributing to tangible initiative in the region, especially on the APEC Phase 2, 2025. Again, thank you very much for your kind attention, for having this MoU signing today. Hope that Today's discussion is very fruitful and looking forward for the long-term activities and collaboration. Once again, thank you very much. Back to you, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nuki, for your inspiring speech. So now, please welcome to the second opening remarks delivered by Associate Professor Suvit Saetia, the President of Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi. Associate Professor Dr. Suvit, the floor is yours now.
Dr Nuki Agya Utama, Executive Director of ACE, Mr Septia Buntara Supendi, Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency Department of ACE, Professor Navadol Laosiripojana, Director of JGSEE, Professor Xavier H. Chivala, Head of the Life Cycle Sustainability Assessment Lab, the Joint Graduate School of Energy and Environment, JGSEE. Distinguished speakers and participants, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi, it is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you all to the MoU signing ceremony between ASEAN Centre for Energy and the Joint Graduate School of Energy and Environment, Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi. ACE and JGC are intended to serve the further development of the collaborative efforts to enhance research activities for ASEAN through ACE. The collaboration will be in line with the ASEAN Plan of Action for Energy Cooperation, or APAEC, specifically on renewable energy and energy efficiency and conservation program. ACE and JGC will work together in close coordination in providing information and analysis for ASEAN member states as their reference on policy development at the national and regional level to support the implementation of APAEC. The scope of work would cover the cooperation to promote energy transition and resilience through the discussion of energy and environmental policies, environmental and climate science, such as life cycles, sustainability assessment, and energy technologies, which shall be conducted on the activities, including organization of capacity buildings and training, organization of workshops, webinars, and knowledge sharings, and development of studies and of project proposal in the ASEAN energy context. The outcome of this cooperation aims at the development of published reports and conducting workshops, seminars, dialogue on energy and environmental policy, environmental and climate science, such as life cycle sustainability assessment and energy technologies. At the global scale, our current efforts on energy and environment are to transition new energy system to achieve the carbon neutrality target to reach the COP26 commitments. Renewable sources, mainly wind and solar, have been a substantially increased share in electricity generation, according to the World Economic Forum. The ongoing increase in renewable energy into the grid results from a mixture of past policies, regulations, incentives, and innovations embedded in the power sectors of many forward-thinking countries. We all have to do our part. At my university, KMUTT, for example, We have recently made a commitment to achieve carbon neutrality by 2040. We are making investment to install campus-wide rooftop solar PV. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you will all agree with me that reaching the net zero carbon emission targets involves a fundamental transformation of not only our energy systems, but also all aspects of our society. Rapid transition scenarios suggest that current technologies and new policies will reshape markets, business models, and patterns of consumption, challenging conventional investment. Therefore, investing in new skills and upgrading the knowledge of the workforce in climate-friendly solutions through lifelong learnings will be crucial. At KMUTT, particularly JGC and its consortium partners, we are initiating a capacity building program aimed at supplying the workforce and skill training programs for working professionals needed to support and facilitate governments and industry in Thailand and ASEAN in accelerating their transition efforts. In this regard, I am very pleased to note that JGC, in partnership with ACE, play a role in cooperation to promote energy transition and resilience through the discussion of energy and environmental policy, environmental and climate science, such as life cycle sustainability assessment and energy technology for ASEAN. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Nuki Agya Utama, Executive Directors of ACE, and Professor Sharia H. Chiwala, Head of Life Cycle Sustainability Assessment Lab, JGC, for their effort to initiate this MoU signing. Last but not least, thank you to all participants. This is you who make the event vibrant and dynamic and growing as well. Thank you for your kind attention. สวัสดีครับ
Thank you so much, Associate Professor Dr. Suvit Saetia, for your very excellent remarks. So now, without any further ado, I would like to move on to our most awaited moment, the MoU signing ceremony. So I would like to invite Dr. Nuki Agya Utama and Associate Officers Dr. Suvit Saetia to sign the MoU, and afterwards show the document to all the participants in front of your camera so that we can have a photo sections for both of you. Thank you so much. Dr. Nuki Agya Utama, can you open your video? Thank you so much. Dr. Nuki, can you open your camera?
We have a technical issue from Dr. Nuki.
Apologies for the technical issues. Maybe we can wait Dr. Nuki Agya Utama for a bit. Thank you so much.
apologize. We have a technical issue. Thank you.
Okay, apologies for the technical issues. So once you are all ready, please show the sign of your MoU in front of the camera so that we can take the pictures of all of you. Thank you so much. I would like to seek Khairi for taking the photo for us, please. Thank you so much.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nuki and Associate Professor Dr. Suvit, for your kind operations. I believe that from now on, this will mark the moment of our beginning of partnership between ACE and JGSEE KMUTT. And now I would like to move on to the second photo sections. I would like to invite all the speakers for today's event to open your camera and we will take a group photo. And okay. I would like to ask Harry again to take the group photo. Thank you so much.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Once more. Smile, please. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. So please move on. Can you open the slide so all the participants can see the signed MoU between ACE and KMUTT? So here's the signed MoU between ACE and KMUTT. Thank you so much for your kind operations. So now I would like to proceed to the next agenda, which is the keynote presentations. First, I would like to invite Professor Dr Navadol Laosiripojana, Director of the JGSEE KMUTT, to deliver the presentations of directions and research and academic at JGSEE KMUTT. Professor Dr Navadol, the floor is yours now.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. Dr Nuki Agya Utama, Dr Suvit Saetia, Professor Septia Buntara, Mr Septia Buntara Supendi, okay, and ladies and gentlemen. So it is my pleasure to attend to this MoU ceremony, and let me give you just maybe a few minutes to give you the presentation on the information about JGSEE. Okay, so my talk going to be the direction for research and the academic at JGSEE KMUTT. So first, for just a few information that who are we? Okay, so as JGSEE, we established in the year 1998. Okay, as the graduate school to offer the master and the PhD program, and also do the research and development in the field of the energy, environment, and also climate change. Okay, so we work as a consortium, okay, including 5 leading university in Thailand. Okay, and KMUTT is the leader, and JGSE as a focal point. At the moment, we have 25 academic members and researchers, and also 20 supporting staff. So as I said that we work as a consortium, so it means that we and another 4 partners, including Chiang Mai University, Silinthorn International Institute of Technology, Thammasat University, Mongkut University of Technology Thonburi, Mongkut University of Technology North Bangkok, and also Prince of Songkhla University. Okay, these 5 universities, we collaborate together as a consortium, and we are working on 2 important missions. Okay, academic and research. For the academic, our main work is on the training of the graduate students, which means that we offer the master and the PhD program, and we do the co-supervision together. So in the first semester, all of the students need to come and study at JGSEE KMUTT. Okay, and later on, like the second semester, until the student graduate, they can work back and go back to the university, maybe another 4 university, to work under supervision with their main supervisor, okay, and under co-supervisor with the other 4 university, okay. And similar to the research, we do the supervision and also co-supervision in terms of the student thesis, and also we do the collaborative research, okay, like we get the funding from external funding project, and then we work together, okay, to develop the research in the field of energy and environment. So this is some example list of our international collaboration, okay. ASEE definitely, and also other international institute, research institute, and international organizations around the world, we work together at the moment. And at the moment, as I mentioned, that we have 2 divisions, energy division and environment division. So we have 2 curriculum, energy curriculum and environment curriculum. In terms of research, we divide our work into 5 important research groups, okay. The first one is Advanced Fuel Processing Laboratory, working mainly on the development of the technology for biomass conversion to bioenergy and also biofuel, and also the biorefinery aspect. The second research group is on the building energy science and technology. So we work on the energy efficiency, mainly in the building, but we also expand our research to be the efficiency in the other sector, like the transportation and also the community also, okay. The third one is the advanced greenhouse gas and aerosol research, okay. So we work on the greenhouse gas monitoring, meditation and adaptation, and also to find the way to reduce or to minimize the emission in terms of the greenhouse gas and also the PM 2.5. The fourth one is the Life Cycle and Sustainability Assessment Laboratory, okay, and Professor Septia is the head of this laboratory, okay. So the keyword is on the assessment in terms of the sustainability, like develop the tool and also the technology, in order to minimize and to promote the sustainability. And the last one is the energy and environmental policy. We do the work on the policy research in order to achieve the goal like the net zero emission or the carbon neutrality, as Dr. Suvit mentioned later on before. So we have the partner, as I mentioned, that our consortium partner, and also we work with the industry, government, and also international partners. So this is just some record about our graduate, okay, because we offer PhD and master, okay, and so far we have like more than 200 PhD graduates and nearly 400 master graduates, okay, and around 10% is from overseas. And for our student, as I mentioned, that 10% is the foreigner, okay. So most of them is from ASEAN, okay. So this is the detail of the ASEAN student in our institute, okay. You can see that a lot from Vietnam, from Myanmar, and from Indonesia also, and from Cambodia, okay. So now just give me just a few minutes to talk about the research direction at JGSEE, okay, because we all know that according to the commitment in the last year United Nations Climate Change Conference, or COP26, okay, in terms of Thailand, okay, we have the commitment in terms of the carbon neutrality and the net zero emission, okay. We aim like in the year 2050, we're gonna reach the carbon neutrality target, okay, and 15 years later, the year 2065, we're gonna reach the target of the net zero emission, okay. So the pathway to break through or to go through that target, okay, there are a lot of activity or a lot of things we need to do. In terms of the country or Thailand, okay, the key mission in the energy sector is like, okay, we develop or we revise our national energy plan, okay, in order to increase the ratio or the proportion of the renewable energy used to be with 50% of the total energy, okay. In terms of the transportation sector, we aim at the zero emission vehicle or ZEV, okay, and a lot of work developed on the hydrogen economy also, okay. And we also work on the power system transformation, and importantly, to reach the net zero emission. The last technology, carbon capture, utilization, and storage are very, very important. Okay, so in Thailand, a lot of the program promote on the CCUS or the carbon capture, utilization, and storage. Okay, so in terms of JGC, we also work in order to align with our country plan. Okay, so we initiate a program called the Workforce Development and the Capacity Building Partnership to support the carbon neutral transition in Thailand. Okay, or the short name is the WDCB. Okay, so in this program, we divide the work into be like six important action pillar or 6 important strategic sector. Okay, the first one is on the transformative power system and non-bio renewable energy. So the aim of this research team is like in order to improve the power system at the moment, okay, in terms of the electricity generation. Okay, so a lot of work on like the smart grid and also the decentralization things gonna be included in this area. The second one is on the sustainable bioenergy and biorefinery, because in terms of Thailand, we are one of the agricultural countries. Okay, so a lot of the biomass, a lot of the biofuel are produced. At the moment, we use a lot of the ethanol and also the biodiesel in the transportation section. Okay, so the aim of this group or this team is like to develop the process to enhance like the better quality of the bioenergy and the biofuel. Okay, the third one is the energy efficiency in building, industry, and the transport. Okay, so we work a lot on the energy efficiency things like tool and the technology. Okay, to reach the highest efficiency in this sector. And the fourth theme is on the air quality and climate change mitigation and adaptation. Okay, the fifth one is the circular economy and sustainability, and across the board is the transition policy and management, because we know that in order to transform the country to be the carbon neutrality or the net zero emission, a lot of the policy and management needs to be changed or transformed. Okay, so this thing needs also to be investigated. And in terms of those 6 important themes, okay, for our activity or the action pillar, okay, we have like 7 important activity. Okay, the first one is the business as usual on the workforce development. Okay, we have the master degree and the PhD degree, but we do a lot of the revision in terms of the content and the structure. Okay, in order to be more dynamics and in order to be more like promote to the international partner. Okay, and we also work on the non-degree program in Thailand. Now we have a lot of the campaign on the we call the upskilling and the reskilling of the working people at the moment. Okay, maybe some people don't have enough time to come and to enroll in the full-time academic sector, so they can do like the upskilling and reskilling. And JGSEE also offer the program to upskill and to reskill and to new skill these people also. Okay, we also work on the entrepreneurship development in the energy and environment, because we believe that a lot of the entrepreneur things is very important in the future. Okay, and we do the work on the collaborative research and innovation with the international partnership and also with the industrial and the government partnership. Okay. And lastly, we work on the capability enhancement trainer, because we believe that we need to train our like young staff, the lecturer and the academic, okay, along with the student also. So just some detail about our current activity for this pillar. Okay, for the first one, workforce development through the master and the PhD program. At the moment, we are working on the revision of our program a lot. Okay, for example, last year we worked a lot on the PhD program revision. So now we offer like 2 important programs. The first one is a PhD in sustainable energy system, and the second one is a PhD in environment, climate change, and sustainability. Okay, so now it's ready to offer for the student. Okay, so for this new program, a lot of the multidisciplinary system and approach gonna be used. Okay, and it's going to be the professional doctoral training program on the top of the research training. For the master, at the moment we are in the process to revise our master program in the energy and environment. Okay, So we are going to implement the concept of the practice school, like a lot of the internship opportunity for the student. Okay, because we are going to have the partner with with a lot of the host organization, like the public partner or the private partner, like also local and also international partner. Okay, so our students will have the opportunity to go there because we are giving the sponsorship for the student in this program. So, and for the second pillar on the upskilling and the reskilling, okay. So now we offer the short course program like the summer school and the telemed module. So it means that the working people who cannot enroll spend 2 years or 3 years at the school can just take leave for 1 or 2 weeks, okay, to enroll in our short course or the telemed program, okay. So this program is under collaboration with a lot of the industry and also our international partners. The third one is the entrepreneurship development. Okay, so now we offer the course on the entrepreneurship innovation in energy and environment at our school. Okay, and the collaboration with a lot of experts in the entrepreneurship things. Okay, so we offer this program. The fourth one is on the research and innovation. Okay. So now we have a lot of collaboration in terms of to develop the research project, okay, and get the funding in Thailand and also in ASEAN. I will not go in detail of this, and this is our international partner that we work together with, and this is the industry partner, okay. And also, as mentioned that for JGSEE, we work as a consortium. So we try to promote a lot on the activity on the consortium. At the moment, we have the adjunct professor, international adjunct professor. Okay, so a lot of our international colleague who is our partner can be enrolled as the adjunct professor. Okay, so that's gonna be all of my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Navadol, for your excellent presentations. So next, I would like to invite Mr. Septia Buntara Supendi, managers of renewable energy efficiency and conservation of ACE, to deliver the presentations, importance of research and development activities in the ASEAN renewable energy development. Previously to these positions, Mr. Septia was mainly involved in ASEAN German Energy Program, also known as AGEP Phase 2 as project managers, and AGEP Phase 1 as senior officers. Mr. Septia, the floor is yours now.
Thank you very much, Zhang, for the kind introduction. Would you like to show out my presentation, please? Right, thank you very much. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Suvit, Dr. Navadol, Dr. Nuki, and Dr. Sabir, and all colleagues from King Mongkut University, we are very glad and excited to have this MoU, since a lot of challenging happen as of now, and a lot of potential solution that we can address through this MoU program or development. Next slide, please. Allow me today to share with you regarding R&D situation in ASEAN and briefly about the ASEAN Centre for Energy. We was established in 1999, which we represent the interests of the 10 ASEAN member states in energy sector. In terms of role of ACE, a part of data knowledge hub and think tank, we, as mandated by our ASEAN member states, we suggested and recommended to unify and strengthen the ASEAN energy cooperation as a catalyst for economic growth and integration for ASEAN region. This is something that we would like to have to accelerate the integration of energy strategies within ASEAN, since a lot of challenge happening, the disruptive of the energy development, the COVID-19 situation, which impact the energy development and also to the economic growth in the region. Next slide, please. Thank you, Heidi. In terms of the guiding book or reference in ASEAN, we have the ASEAN Plan of Action for Energy Cooperation APEC. This is a series guiding policy document which already agreed and acknowledged by 10 ASEAN member states. Our MOU today and related program within the MOU is actually referred to this program and priority to support the 10 ASEAN member states as mentioned by Dr. Nuki and Dr. Suvit earlier. Next slide, please. Allow me to share with you, since in 2019 and 2018, we developed an assessment on R&D situation in ASEAN. Next slide, please. We launched a report regarding RE R&D network in ASEAN, which we able to see where are we now in ASEAN and how to make a correlation with APEC Phase 2. Since in APEC Phase 2, in terms of the enhancement of renewable energy research and development, we need more and more cooperation with universities, academic institutions. Hence, we seeking and have discussion with relevant network to be able to enhance our capacity in ASEAN and also to be able to craft or maybe address the current energy challenges. Next slide, please. As of now, we have a lot of number of cooperations with dialogue partners. Our MOU today will be part under the OBS3 or Outcome-Based Strategy number 3 of ASEAN under the APEC Phase 2, which before we have engagement or coordination with ASEAN University Network, ASEAN Federation for Engineering Organization or AFEO, including dialogue partners like GIZ and others. Next slide, please. As I mentioned earlier, in 2019, we have a publication on RE in ASEAN, focusing on RE R&D. Here we elaborate regarding the status of RE publications, which country is contributing so far, and at the end, how far we go with the funding situation. As mentioned by Dr. Navadol earlier, capacity development is there, the need is there. However, the resource or funding also quite important to move this forward. Next slide, please. In terms of regional priority under the APEC Phase 2, we have a target to achieve renewable energy target of 23% in TPS by 2025. As of now, we still on the around 14.2% in TPS. What does it mean? We really need cooperation and enhance our collaborative partnership, not only with policymakers or private sector, but of course with the academic institution. Next slide, please. In the member states, the awareness of the importance of renewable energy actually already there. If you can see here, 10 ASEAN member states, they are showing progressive development of renewable energy through the policy from the RE target until the how to manage the subsidy across the existing fuel development. Next slide, please. If you look at the RE publication by type, based on our assessment, the report solar PV is still the most populated publication as of now, followed by bioenergy, particularly on biomass and wind development. Next slide, please. In terms of the country, which contributing at the top 3 in ASEAN regarding the publications is Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand. Next slide, please. And we also assessed the RE patented innovations by type. And again, solar PV is something that still populated and quite priority from some countries, and followed by bioenergy. And next slide, please. And regarding the patented innovations by country, again, most of the country actually looking this as the important progress, especially to populate renewable energy and utilize more renewable energy. Most of the country already aware of it. However, we hope in the future we're able to close the gap. For example, like a country like CLM country, and compare with like a country like Thailand, Singapore, Philippines, Indonesia, and Vietnam. Hopefully, we can have transfer knowledge. By this program or cooperation, hopefully, we able to share best practice with other countries as well. Next slide, please. For RE R&D research institutions, a lot of available research institutions in the region. Next slide, please. And hopefully we can able to see the streamline from one institution to others, because based on our findings, there is a correlation actually between policy, government, and R&D performance. I think quite relevant with information from Dr. Navadol earlier. Here we see, next slide, please. Some of the challenges actually, case of the gap found in the report that we assessed before. There is lack of synchronization between RE and R&D policies. There is still a lot of discussion happening. Furthermore, there is lack of funding support and RE specific funding, while the existing funds in some cases handled by non-energy bodies. And lastly, R&D performance are unaware of priority areas needed by the policymakers. More and more policy discussion, hopefully we'll be able to close the gaps and reduce the challenge from the R&D funding support from the government and also from the dialogue partners in international organizations. Shortly, in terms of the priority of the region, we are eager to go forward of energy transition, which focusing on renewable energy and energy efficiency. As per our data from the ASEAN power utilities for updates in 2021, more than 60% of the newly installed capacity up to 2025 will be coming from renewables. And this will means that 37.6% share of RE will be happening in 2025. Kindly be aware, this is related with installed power capacity. However, for the renewable energy in terms of total primary energy supply or TPS, I think we still need more and more cooperation to enhance the achievement of RE in TPS by 2025. Next slide, please. On top of that, we see clean energy development or technologies will be largely depend on the materials and also the supply chains. Moving forward, renewable energy or energy transition doesn't mean we directly go into the cleaner energy. We need to assess the detail, the emissions production, and the components on it, the minerals, materials, and other manufacturing variables. Hence, this cooperation is very crucial. We are looking forward for detailed activities, studies, or project together with King Mongkut University. At the end, we're able to provide recommendations, suggestions to our policymaker. So at the end, we're able to achieve our energy transition through renewable energy with proper R&E assessment. So we're able to produce a proper recommendation and policy idea. I think that's conclude my presentation. Thank you very much, all excellencies, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Mr. Septia, for the very detailed and informative presentations. So now, dear all distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, we are now reaching to the last agenda of the event today. So for the closing statement, first, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Sabir Wela, Professor and Head of Life Cycle Sustainability Assessment Lab and Research Center on Life Cycle Assessments for Sustainable Development from JGSEE KMUTT to deliver the first closing remarks of our event today. Professor Sabir has led the Life Cycle Sustainability Assessment Lab for over 20 years, and his research focuses on the sustainability assessment for energy system, sustainability indicators, and certifications issues in biofuels and agro industries. Professor Dr. Sabir, the floor is yours now.
Thank you very much, and good morning to everybody. So this is a very happy occasion for me to address this audience, and the ASEAN Centre for Energy and the Joint Graduate School of Energy and Environment, especially my lab, the Life Cycle Sustainability Assessment Lab, are natural partners. I don't know what took us so long to finally formally sign an MoU. But anyway, better late than never. We have been working together with ACE for several years, but on a kind of an on-off basis. But today with this MoU, we will be working more formally and on a more continuous basis. Dr. Nuki has been associated with the Life Cycle Sustainability Assessment Lab for, I think, maybe 15 years or so, out of the 20 years that we have existed. So he is very, very familiar with our work. And ACE is a very, very important institute in the ASEAN region, especially for now the important things such as energy transitions or carbon neutrality, etc., in which even the King Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi, is quite interested and moving forward. And ACE is, of course, promoting in the region. So I'm very much looking forward to our collaboration and future activities. In fact, next month we are having some collaborative activities under the aegis of the National Science and Technology Development Agency. And I think ACE is also one of the participants. I think Mr. Septia will be there. So I hope that we will have that opportunity just in a couple of weeks from now to discuss more tangible and good activities that we can plan together to work in the coming months and years. So with that, I would like to thank the ASEAN Centre for Energy for inviting us to collaborate. And I thank the King Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi, Professor Dr Suvit Saetia for facilitating this, and also my own director, Professor Dr Navadol Laosiripojana, for facilitating and always being very encouraging for these kind of collaborations, which are very important. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Shavir, for the very excellent remarks. Next, I would like to warmly welcome again Professor Dr Navadol Laosiripojana, Director of the Joint Graduate School of Energy and Environment from King Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi. Professor Dr. Navadol, the floor is yours now.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, okay, thank you once again. Okay, so from this MoU ceremony, I'm pretty sure that we all agree that to reach the challenge target like the carbon neutrality and the net zero emission target are very important for our country, for ASEAN, and also for our global. Okay, and I think to reach that challenge target, it needs to be involved with several fundamental transformations. Okay, so not only the energy system, but also all the aspects of the society. Okay, so a lot of the new technology, new policy will be we need to be used. Okay, and this will reshape the market, the business model, and the pattern of the consumption, and also the investment. Okay, so for this event, I'm very pleased that both institute, ASEE and JGSEE, is going to work together in cooperation, okay, to promote the energy transition and the resilience through the energy and environmental policy, environmental and climate science, and energy technology for ASEAN. Okay, so I just would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Nuki, okay, the Executive Director of ASEE, and Professor Septia Buntara, the head of the Life Cycle Sustainability Assessment Laboratory, JGSEE, okay, for their effort to initiate this MoU signing. Okay, yeah, the process is really long, but finally it's happened. Okay, and I believe that this MoU will lead to several like the high impact output and outcome, which is going to be really benefit to the ASEAN in the near future. So thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Navadol. So last but not least, please welcome Dr. Nuki Agya Utama again, Executive Director of ASEAN Centre for Energy, to deliver the last closing remarks for the event today. Dr. Nuki, the floor is yours now.
Yeah, thank you, Kian. Again, really happy to be here, seeing all the professors in the good health, colleagues from KMUTT, JGSEE, and ACE. also attending this occasion, very important milestone between ASEAN Integrated School of Energy and Environment. Again, thank you, Professor Dr Suvit Saetia, the President of KMUTT, Professor Dr Navadol Laosiripojana. Thank you very much for the nice presentation. And of course, thank you very much, Professor Sabir Jiwala, for the nice closing remarks. Again, I do agree with you totally. This is the time for us to really collaborate together in the long term, not only in this session. Starting on these closing remarks, I would like to emphasize the importance of beyond energy activities, which is transition is important, and also having the latest position of the pandemics and then war in Russia and Ukraine. The energy is very fragile in that sense in terms of the energy security. So energy security are related directly with the energy diversification, and on the diversification, it relates directly on the variety of the energy supply. Therefore, the collaboration with joint graded schools, I would like to really emphasize on the strong support from academia and research institute to give us a new perspective, give us a strong recommendation based on the empirical findings, based on the research, based on the latest approach of the technology assessment on what kind of variety of energy supply that really can support the energy security in the region. We all know that in the next 20 years, the region will rely heavily. The region will be not anymore having our fossil fuel coming from the region. Mostly, or I can say all of those fossil fuel will be imported. So it is important for us to really transitioning from fossil fuel to the energy which is more variety, and where Southeast Asia is abundantly available on those kind of resources. So we need to tap based on the research activities and development activities on giving the policymakers a clear understanding the variety, the abundant availability energy that we have in the region, not relying technology coming from beyond Southeast Asia. We all know, for example, the rare materials coming mainly from one source or one country. 80% of those coming from one country. And photovoltaic, for example, also producing 80% and 95% predicted by the IEA in 2030 will be coming from one country. I think in regard with energy security, those are unsecure. So we really want to see Southeast Asia advancing in the right direction, not following the direction where other region is asking us to do. So by us, from us, and two ASEAN member states, I think that would be a strong point and the point and the purpose of this collaboration. Again, thank you very much for the presentation, Professor Navadol. Thank you very much for this collaboration coming from ACE colleagues and also KMUTT and JGSEE. Thank you very much for Septia for the presentation as well. We had a very fruitful discussion, and once again, I would like to express my gratitude to all of you. Thank you so much for taking your time to be here to listen. Again, hopefully we can see you all face to face, either in Jakarta or Bangkok in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nuki, for the very inspiring speech. So now we are about at the end of the event. So once again, on behalf of ACE, I would like to send my sincere appreciations to all the speakers, colleagues, and participants for your proactive participations. I really hope that this event would mark the beginning of a successful, long-lasting partnership between ASEAN Centre for Energy and the Joint Graduate School of Environment and Energy from KMUTT. We wish you to all stay safe and healthy, and see you soon in the upcoming events and activities. Thank you so much and goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.